All right, hello, here we are, guys, back for another guide. This is going to be for hole 7. And what I'm primarily going to try to do here is play this one with the Kingmaker balls. When we're talking about Tour 10, we're talking about some pretty nasty winds. And if you want to have success in this, this is the first tour where I start to use Kingmaker balls. So it's probably going to be best if you set up to have those. And here you can see we can get up pretty easily for a pitch here. Let's take a look here, see what it looks like. Don't want to do too much topspin here. 5 rings down is more or less where it's going to be landing. Might be able to do 1. Got a bit too aggressive in that great ball with a extra mile, as you can see, is just going to end up costing me. But I really don't have a lot of alternative. Here you can see my opponent kind of put himself at max range here on a rapier. It's going to be a very, very tough shot. You'll see most guys won't play enough wind effect and they'll miss this left more times than not, especially with that great ball. But you can see even with the perfect, outside, usually it comes down to wind effect, and you can see there not quite enough. And that's the most common thing to do. So that's what you'll try to want to stay away from. Here I'm going to be maybe about 40% club, I'm thinking, for where I'm going to try to land somewhere in here. It looks significantly uphill. I am going to just keep the 2.4, but I would probably use about minus 10% here. But let's just try to go here, see what we can do. I'm thinking somewhere around here or so. I'm just trying to play this backstop. Like I said, I'm going to do this kind of intentionally overplay it. So that's the reason that I'm going to do the 2.4, because I would probably use about 2.2 here. Let's see if I got it. Oh, it looks like I just didn't get it up the hill high enough, but you could see what the idea I had there. Keep in mind, like I said, with my land zone, it was probably more like 2.2 I should be using, give or take, because of the uphill. However, with the secondary wind effect, I need to do, like, I just basically ended up over adjusting so I could account for some wind there. You can see I was almost able to run that in. If I would have just cut it an inch higher up on the hill, it would have trickled down here enough. So that's primarily the shot that you'll try to go for when you're going for the pitches there. So not a new hole here. I'm just going to kind of stick with this. Typically in the side wind, I may go for, and if you were watching my tour stream from a little bit ago, you saw me probably do something very similar to this, where I try to do like a sniper bump into the fringe here. Right around 1 backspin. You can see I'm very much towards max club. So I'm going to use very close to a max ring adjustment, which will be kind of here. I'm probably, since I'm on low ground, you can see that I'm just trying to avoid making the, I tried to push it forward just a little bit. And see, it wasn't quite enough, because I had a hunch when you move to low ground like that, the second hop seems to change. Well, the first hop lands short, which coincident, like it's going to, also cause the second hop to land short as well. So to make it stop there is very, very challenging. But I wanted to go ahead and, give you that shot like that. You'll see that with only an extra mile in my bag, without a decent Thor hammer, I can't do this shot. I do have a Thor 3 that I could bring to this tour. However, right now I'm just going with this. And let's see how this works out. It's going to be kind of hard for me to sneak away a wind here. But it looks like my opponent overplayed the wind. I would have needed to get just a tiny bit closer to kind of secure that one at 11. If I could have got that to maybe 6, 7, it would make it much more possible for me to steal that one against a Thor's hammer, which has 6 or 7 bars of backspin. I would imagine, more times than not, he'll probably come in just a little bit hot and run it past the hole. Whereas if you can hit that sniper shot perfect, that'll come in there and nestle right next to the hole. You just got to get that second hop to land just on that fringe. Good luck with that hole, guys. I'm going to try to get that again. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.